In a deeply emotional and heartbreaking turn of events, sources close to the Chrisley family have revealed devastating details about Julie Chrisley's deteriorating health during her time behind bars. Once a symbol of Southern charm and family devotion on the hit reality TV show Chrisley Knows Best, Julie is now facing one of the most difficult battles of her life, not just as a federal inmate, but as a seriously ill woman fighting for her well-being inside the harsh walls of prison. A painful journey begins. Julie Chrisley, 51, began her prison sentence in January 2023 after being convicted alongside her husband, Todd Chrisley, on federal charges including tax evasion and bank fraud. While the couple has maintained their innocence and launched appeals, the reality of life inside a federal prison has taken a significant toll, especially on Julie. Despite entering the system as a strong, composed woman who had long played the role of caregiver and nurturer in her family, Julie's health began to decline shortly after her incarceration. According to insiders, she started experiencing severe symptoms just months into her sentence. She wasn't the same Julie we all knew, shared a source close to the family. The stress, the environment, and the separation from her children, especially her youngest, Grayson and Chloe, began to weigh heavily on her, both mentally and physically. A hidden battle. What began as fatigue and unexplained weight loss soon evolved into more alarming issues. Fellow inmates reportedly noticed Julie struggling with persistent pain, nausea, and even occasional fainting spells. Despite repeated visits to the prison infirmary, the seriousness of her condition was allegedly dismissed for months. She was treated like she was exaggerating, said one inmate who claimed to have witnessed Julie's struggles firsthand. But we could all see it. She was getting worse. She looked pale, weak, and just not well. Julie's daughter, Savannah Chrisley, has been vocal about her mother's suffering, using media appearances and her podcast, Unlocked, to bring attention to what she calls inhumane treatment. In a heartbreaking interview earlier this year, Savannah revealed, "My mom is not okay. She's been sick for a long time, and it feels like no one is listening. It's like watching someone you love disappear piece by piece." Medical concerns ignored. Alarming as her condition may be, Julie's access to proper medical care has reportedly been inadequate. Multiple sources claim that she had requested comprehensive testing, but was denied due to standard prison procedures. Bureaucratic delays meant that by the time doctors began investigating more seriously, her health had already taken a steep downward turn. Speculation has emerged about a possible recurrence of breast cancer, something Julie previously battled and survived. Though nothing has been confirmed officially, her family's silence on the exact nature of her illness only heightens concern. Todd Chrisley's attorney recently hinted during an appeal hearing that Julie's health has significantly declined and appropriate medical evaluation is overdue. This led to renewed calls for compassionate release, with lawyers arguing that keeping her incarcerated while her condition worsens amounts to cruel and unusual punishment. Family in crisis. The Chrisley family, once known for their picture-perfect image on reality television, is now grappling with real-world tragedy. Julie's illness has created an emotional chasm that is proving incredibly difficult to bridge, especially for her children. Savannah, who has taken on the role of guardian for both Grayson and her niece Chloe, has described this period as the hardest thing I've ever had to face. On her podcast, she choked back tears as she said, "There are days when I just sit on the floor and cry. My mom is the strongest woman I know, and to watch her suffering from afar, it's unbearable." Chase Chrisley, Julie's eldest son, echoed the sentiment. "We're not just dealing with prison time. We're dealing with the possibility that our mom might not come home at all." Even Todd, who is currently serving his own sentence in a separate facility, has reportedly been deeply affected. A source close to the couple says Todd has been distraught over Julie's condition and is doing everything in his limited power to seek help on her behalf. Fans of the Chrisley family have taken to social media to express their heartbreak and solidarity. The hashtag #FreeJulieChrisley has trended multiple times on platforms like Twitter and TikTok, with supporters calling for an independent medical evaluation and even early release on compassionate grounds. "It's more than just a legal issue now," wrote one fan. "Julie is a mother, a wife, a human being, and she's suffering. This is about dignity and care." Others, including former reality TV colleagues and public figures, have expressed concern. Some have even written letters to officials in the Bureau of Prisons, pleading for intervention. Legal efforts and appeals. Julie's legal team has renewed their push for an early release, citing not only her declining health but also alleged irregularities in the original trial. Her lawyers argue that continuing to hold her in such conditions is a violation of her basic human rights. One of the most emotional moments came during a recent court hearing, when a statement written by Julie herself was read aloud. In it, she wrote, "I am not asking for pity. I am asking to be treated as someone who is suffering and in need of help. I love my children more than life itself, and I want to get better for them." Unfortunately, the court has yet to rule on her request, though pressure is mounting. Civil rights groups are also beginning to take interest in the case, with some suggesting that Julie's situation is emblematic of a broader issue: how the prison system handles medical crises. Unanswered questions. While the Chrisley family and their loyal supporters continue to fight, the full scope of Julie's health crisis remains unclear. What is evident, however, is the emotional toll it is taking on all involved. There are whispers that even prison staff have begun to take notice. One anonymous employee shared that, "In all my years, I haven't seen many inmates get this sick without something serious being wrong. It's heartbreaking to watch, especially when we know her family is out there praying she makes it through." For now, Julie remains incarcerated, undergoing sporadic medical checks, with no confirmed diagnosis released to the public. Every day is a new battle against illness, against the system, and against time. A mother's strength. Despite everything, Julie is said to remain resilient. According to her family, she prays daily, writes letters to her children, and tries to stay hopeful. Savannah shared that Julie recently told her, "I'm holding on. I'm not giving up. I just need you to keep fighting for me." That determination, that maternal strength, continues to define Julie Chrisley, even in her darkest moments. "She's always been the rock of our family," Savannah said, "and now she needs us to be her rock." Conclusion. As the legal drama surrounding the Chrisleys continues to unfold, Julie Chrisley's health battle brings a sobering layer of urgency and humanity to the story. No matter what one believes about their case, it's clear that Julie's suffering behind bars is a heartbreaking reality that demands compassion, attention, and most importantly, action.